Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to ChannelShift.com, your sports world on demand. I'm Michele Rahal along with Rob D'Amico, and this is the Memorial Day weekend pre-race show. Rob and I are going to give our take on what you should expect as you all fire up your grills and you settle in for a weekend of fun and entertainment, and in Rob's case, debauchery. But before you do, let's not forget what this weekend is really about. Memorial Day is a tribute to all the men and women in the United States who have died in wars and military conflicts. On behalf of the United States, to them we dedicate this weekend's series of shows.
There's no doubt we do appreciate them. This weekend will be made up of 3 classic events: the Indianapolis 500, the Coca Cola 600, and the beautiful but treacherous Grand Prix of Monaco. We've divided the show into 3 segments in an effort to give each of the classic events the coverage they deserve. So Michele, let's get started with the NASCAR Coca Cola 600. And I think the big news coming out of there is Humpy Wheeler's going to retire after this race. He calls it quits. And that's pretty amazing. What do you think about this?
I think it's unbelievable, and I think it's not something that was planned. I think it's part of a succession plan, actually, for Bruton Smith, anticipating his, unfortunate, he's 80-something years old, and he may be passing the reins of power, I think, to his son. And I'm not so sure that Humpy Wheeler wanted to be around when that fallout took place. So look for Humpy Wheeler to land, I think, somewhere like NASCAR.
You really think that he would go to NASCAR? I mean, he's always been very, he criticizes the COT, the car tomorrow. He doesn't like it. He's not necessarily very NASCAR friendly. He gets it, but I'm not sure he's NASCAR friendly.
No, I think it's absolutely the wrong impression. I think he is absolutely NASCAR friendly. And now he can say what he wants because he's not trapped in the Bruton Smith empire. He can now say what he wants to say, and he's gone way down the path with Jim Hunter and all the people at NASCAR. He has a great relationship with them that I don't think many people were able to see. Yes, he's critical of the COT, and so am I.
Well, let's get you up to speed on what's going on this weekend. The Coca Cola 600, a very long race. I mean, this is going to be a long one. They did this because of the Indianapolis 500. This is a very special weekend, but Casey Mears pulled it off last year. What do we expect this year?
I can only expect 600 miles of automobiles running around a track. The race is too long, Rob. It's too long. They did it for that reason, to give it a one-up on the Indy 500. Well, here's my suggestion. Knock it back to 300 miles, and you've also given a one-up. You've gotten a great sprint race, and once they've done something to fix these cars, and truly that's part of the problem, fix the cars so you really do get some racing, I think that you have 2 great races in a row, the Indy 500 and the Coca Cola 300.
I love it. I think the sprint racing, you look at what the All-Star.
With me?
I am agreeing with you.
Frightening.
Somebody mark the tape. I agreed with Rahal for once in his life. All right, what do we expect, though? We got guys like Montoya in this race. We got the Dodges. They haven't been very strong. You got the Ford and the Roush guys, always do well at the mile-and-a-half tracks. And you look at Hendricks. Hendricks has always been strong here, but they did not show that during the All-Star race, and we've seen some difficult things here. Tires, no tires, gas only, and to get track position is so important here. What are your thoughts?
My thoughts are that it's the usual suspects on the mile-and-a-half, the intermediate tracks. I think it's going to be Toyota with JGR, and I think it's going to be Roush Fenway with the Fords. I think that's what's going to happen. Montoya, Ganassi right now, to me, is in a state of disarray, and I think the Montoya crew chief swap, 3 in a month? I think it's an act of desperation. Dodge in general, I think, is in a bit of trouble, and I would not be surprised to see them switch to another manufacturer next year.
Well, there has been talk and rumors out there that Dodge could be leaving the sport. I mean, they even asked Brian France himself, and his thoughts were at the Coca Cola 600 this weekend. So you're looking at Dodge. They could be in a situation where maybe this is too much money for them right now.
I think that Cerberus is what the real problem, and for us in the racing business, it's a problem. For them in the business world, they don't think of it as a problem. To them, it's a cost efficiency. It is a private equity firm that has bought Daimler Chrysler's portion out of this. Daimler Chrysler still has a little bit of it, but nonetheless, they're looking at it from an accounting point of view, and they just don't see the good in it. I think they're absolutely wrong, and they've done a disservice to every one of the Dodge teams. And quite frankly, I think that they should be run right out of town on rails.
All right, folks, that'll get you up to speed on the Coca Cola 600. You got an opinion? We want to hear all about it. You got some great racing video. We want to see it. It's your Sports World on Demand. All you got to do is log on to channelshift.com, hit the upload button. For Michele, Rahal, I'm Rob D'Amico. Thanks for watching.